Okay, title of the book is Every Word You Cannot Say. The author is Iain S. Thomas. He's a very famous poet. Okay, so page 42. You are not a moment. Moments are just moments. You are so much more. We forget that how a person acts in each moment is not who they are, that each person is a series of moments, and we cannot judge any moment in isolation and use that moment to define them. It is not up to others. It is up to us which moments we want to hang on to, for good or for bad. We forget our successes and enshrine our failures. We forget there is still a child in all of us begging for love. We forget that this is true of every person we meet. We only hear the loudest voices when really we should be listening to the quietest.
First of all, before I comment on this, I would like to say that why there is so much madness in Western world, why this schizophrenia, madness is happening so much. It is because they believe too much in their brain. They believe too much in the mind. They don't know that there is anything beyond the mind. They don't know the knack of separating their consciousness with the flow of thoughts, which is your mind. So they think mind is all. Most of the people in West, they think mind is everything. That is why they say mind over matter. For them, mind is the ultimate thing. And they believe too much in the mind. That's why they are landing into madhouses. This is only in East they discovered the way how to become the master of the mind. This science of witnessing is a very Eastern contribution. But because of the competition and jealousy, most of the Western people are not ready to benefit out from it, and they will teach against it. So their mind will lead them more and more into madness if they don't listen to Eastern mystics and sages. Now you read the first two lines of first line.
You are not a moment. Moments are just moments. You are so much more.
You are not the moment. But still the focus is on the content of the mind. Otherwise, if you are identified with the mind, that is also part of you. So if you avoid it, then that may lead you to trouble. So all the moments are you. So you need to be very alert about all those moments, whatever is appearing in those moments. You cannot avoid it. Whatever you are doing in any particular moment, it is you. Don't say that it happened out of blue. You have earned it. That has become part of your unconsciousness. So until and unless you know your whole unconsciousness, you cannot be liberated from it. That will create your shackle, your prison, your chain. So each and every moment, whatever is being revealed, you have to accept you are that. You have earned it by being unconscious, by being a somnambulist, by being a sleepwalker. What was the second line?
Moments are just moments.
Moments are not just moments. Moments are very important. Moments are very revelatory. Don't escape from it. It is you. What was the third sentence?
You are so much more.
You are so much more, definitely, but you are that also. But this is very egoistic. You are so much more, so you have to avoid you have to behave like an ostrich with those things which you don't like. Your garbage, your shit, your trash. You are those also. And you have to be more alert about that, because that will create more suffering for you. So if you don't know it, you will be in trouble. That's why it is said knowledge liberates. Here knowledge means knowing. Knowledge is not the correct word here. Knowing liberates. If you are aware of your inner house, you can be free from it. Otherwise, if you are trying to avoid, then you will always remain stuck in it. It is a vicious circle in which you are trapped. Read.
We forget that how a person acts in each moment is not who they are.
Read again.
We forget, actually it's quite a long sentence, I read the whole thing. We forget that how a person acts in each moment is not who they are, that each person is a series of moments and we cannot judge.
Okay.
No, this is escaping. This is being an ostrich. You act the way you are acting because you are unconscious. It's not any ghost that is acting from you. It is you. So this is trying to sing lullaby to you, trying to make your sleep peaceful. This is escaping from the reality. You are much more than all these moments, something like that. What is the sentence?
We forget that how a person acts in each moment is not who they are, that each person is a series of moments and we cannot judge any moment in isolation and use that moment to define them. Yeah.
If you read so much, then I cannot remember. You read again.
We forget that how a person acts in each moment is not who they are, that each person...
Okay.
She is trying to forget those moments which are unpleasant. So he said, we forget. He's just trying to give you something which your ego will like. What is the sentence we try to forget?
It's not we try to forget. We forget that how a person acts in each moment is not who they are.
Then who they are? From where it is coming? Is it coming from out of the blue? The way they are acting, what you are saying, the way they are acting is coming from inside them. No ghost has entered inside them. Whatever it is, all those moments, there are all those moments. There may be some angel sitting inside them also, but some devil is also sitting inside. And you have to be more careful, more watchful about the devil. If you try to avoid it or try to neglect it, then they will overpower you. We are series of moments. That means what? All those series of moments, there are some good. In some moment you are acting well, in some moment you are acting bad, in a way which is not pleasant to you later on. But why? When you are choosing it, then you will never become mature. You will never become the master of your mind. That's why it is said one has to be choicelessly aware, not choose something and avoid something. See yourself. If you ask Krishnamurti, he says that when you say, I was angry, it is not even right to say you were angry, as if anger is separate from you. You are anger. In that moment you were just anger. Don't say that you and anger was separate. When you were full of hatred, you were hate. Otherwise, we try to make things very comfortable. And this is I think these Western people, these Western poets and writers, because they have to find everything within the mind. So go on avoiding those things. Go on throwing things which are unpleasant. What is after that? We have a series of moments after that.
Each person
Big word.
is a series of moments, and we cannot judge any moment in isolation.
This is in a way alright. You cannot judge any moment in isolation. But that is also part of you. It's not that you have to judge because in some moment someone behaved in a bad way, he or she became angry or showed some jealousy. That means he is only that much, he or she. They have so many other things also. It was a momentary thing. But if you avoid those moments, then you will never be able to be free from those things. Those garbage will always remain part of you. So you have to be very alert about it. You need to stare it. Read more.
And use that moment to define them.
A man should not be defined just by his momentary behaviors. That is all right. Because man has unlimited possibility. He may be in this moment behaving in a wrong way, but you should not judge a person just by his behavior. But if he is not working, he is not sincere and authentic about becoming conscious, then he will remain same. He cannot change. If you want to change, then you will have to be totally aware of your inner state. Only when you are aware, when you know everything, then they lose power over you. Then you become the knower, the one who knows. If you make all the effort to know everything, you become the knower, and all those things start disappearing. They start losing their power over you. So you are not any of those moments. You transcend all those moments. Then you become the eternal, because this consciousness is never born, so it is never going to die. This is eternal. It is the same witnessing consciousness which is functioning in you, which is functioning in me. in everyone. It is the same, and it never changes. It is always the same. Read more.
It is not up to others, it is up to us which moments we want to hang on to, for good or for bad.
Now this is very ego fulfilling. You want to hang on to good moments so that you can always say that whatever bad happened, it happened in spite of me. The situation was such that I had to behave in that way. And when you do something good, then you will claim that you see how great I am. You want to claim all the good things, and you want to reject everything which you did, but you didn't like it later on. If you want to take the delivery, you have to accept the whole parcel. You cannot accept whatever you like and reject. And in life, if you buy one, you get two free. So you have to be very careful while you are buying things. So what he was saying, it is up to us.
Which moments we want to hang on to, for good or for bad.
Why can't you transcend all those moments? Why there is need to hang to past? That is also very unique about East, that they want to transcend both good and bad. Because if you are clinging to good, the bad will be just the other side of the coin. It cannot go. If you want to give up, you have to give up both. That means you are just a witness. Whenever you have behaved in a good way, you are a witness. You are not taking much credit. And if you have done something wrong, then also you are not upset too much. It happened because you were not yet a good swimmer. So now you have to become more alert, more conscious. And one day you have to go beyond both good and bad. Once you have gone beyond good and bad, nothing affects you. Then the good and bad cannot have power over you. Read.
We forget our successes and unshrine our failures.
Now this is also very ego fulfilling. They are very much interested in success. But nothing fails like success. When you are very successful, your ego will become bigger. It is failure which teaches you more than success. So don't run away from failures. In India, there is a saying by one sage, Hare ko Hari Naam. Those who are defeated, they start remembering God. If you go on winning always, you are so full of you are so egoistic. You are flying in the sky. So you will not turn in, you will be just running out and out. That is what is meant by you. We are outgoing energy, all the time running out. So when you are successful, you are very egoistic. You are not in the real world. You are in the world of your own make-believe. Read.
We forget there is still a child in all of us begging for love.
Now, this is very ignorant. Yeah, there is child in us. The child has to be innocent. But what he is saying is childishness. And begging for love. This is below human dignity. Why you have to beg for love? If you are a grown-up person, then why you have to beg for love? You have to become a giver, not all the time a beggar. It looks so, you were so impressed by the poetry, but I have deflated the whole poetry.
Sorry.
Still a child in us begging for love. What is this? That means this man is very unconscious. He is very lonely. He is begging for love. What he means by love will be soon reduced to lust, will be soon reduced to sex. What he is actually meaning is sex. We are begging for sex. This love is still seeking his mother in his beloved. So someone should put his head on her lap, and then later on, first she will become his mother, then he will fuck her also. It's all just very unconscious. What is next?
We forget that this is true of every person we meet.
He must be meeting all those people who were equally as unconscious as he is. And these people, mostly Western people, are all same. All like that. Even Eastern are mostly like that. Only you will find very rare individual. And the word individual is very beautiful. It means indivisible. So only a conscious person can become indivisible. Otherwise, we are all schizophrenic. So, all is not begging for love. Those who have become mature, they can see, they realize that why be a beggar? Why be so much dependent on others? When the source of love is within you, why demand from others? And you are demanding from those who are themselves very rotten, stinking, what they can give. That is why Sartre said that the other is hell. He found the hell in other, and this man is begging for love from other. Soon he will be also in hell.
Yes,
Your great poet is gone with the wind. Huh?
One more sentence for me. One last sentence for me. We only hear the loudest voices when really we should be listening to the quietest.
If he was listening to the quietest, he would not have been begging for love. So he himself is not listening. He is just talking about idealism. He's talking, this is the ideal state. You should listen to the quietest. If he was listening to the quietest voice, he would have come to know himself. And he would not have been begging for love. And all whatever he said, if it is all trash, then he would not have written all those trash. So he is himself not listening to the quietest. What Osho says, be still and know. So when you are still, then only you can listen to the still small voice within you. And he knows nothing. He has never meditated. So it is all just assumption and imagination. It's just walking in the darkness.
Yes, Swami.
So, how was it?
was beyond excellent. And I finally understood, not to say finally, but today I got a lot of clarity about Osho's path, which is also Swami's path, is that we don't even give chance to the devil to exist. If there's any sort of like devil in our life, it's always us, the unconsciousness in me, not because of another entity called a devil. Every single moment of mistakes and anything evil that came out from me was not because of another entity called devil. It's because of my
when you will be really conscious, you will not even try to kill the devil. You will let it remain there. Sometimes devils are also needed. There are situations where devils are very helpful. When you are dealing with people who understand only that language, then you have to bring out your devil. That is what Krishna said to Arjuna, that these people, these are sinners. So don't sit like Buddha with closed eyes there. They don't understand that language. They understand only the language of sword. And if you are not killing them, then they will pollute the whole society. And they have already been killed by their karmas, their sins. You are just an instrument. The Sanskrit word is nimitt matra. People will say that who has killed them? It is Arjuna who killed, but in reality they are killed by their own karma. If not Arjuna, then someone else would have killed. But their sin has become too much now. It has reached to the brim. So now they have to go. It's clear? When you are really a master, you are not trying to kill anything. You are just... When the master is present, all the servants are silent. They don't make noise. Only when the master is absent, servants have a holiday.
Yes, Swami.
Okay. So how was it?
Very, very fantastic and phenomenal, Swami.
So you should send it to him, whatever. Why are you so afraid? He will be enlightened by that. Then next time he will write better.
Swami,
Even Jung came to India to meet Raman Maharshi. But later on he became so afraid, he said that Eastern and Western ways are different. They cannot meet. So he came to India, but he was too afraid to meet him. That means he was divided inside. If you didn't want to meet him, then why you came to India? But once he came nearer, he thought that all his dreams will disappear. His big theories will disappear.
Yes.
So you have anything more to say? Otherwise,
not for now.
In these, especially in the coming year, in this year and next year, I will have to dedicate more time about trying to understand whatever is happening, especially more centered towards Indian politics and election, because so much is happening. So, and then I have to read also a lot. Then only I can comment on these people, their complex mind.
Yes, Swami.
So you dedicate more time in making video and in making the book and When you are engaged in something, then the devil sits silently. But you need to love the things which you are doing. Otherwise, and bring some discipline in your life.
Yes,
But
definitely.
that has to come from within you. If you are like you are not enjoying the things which you are doing, maybe sometime you can take some break. That is also all right. Then you become more refreshed.